Hey, welcome to another episode of UMatters, which stands for Union Matters. And UMatters. And that's the reason why I called this UMatters, because I want to make sure that we as a collective begin to focus on your well-being, your welfare, your stature in life is so important. Don't you ever think that you're just a measly old worker. And even though we all are replaceable, but people who are dedicated to what they do and to the company they do it for should be valued. Now I'm going to talk about a couple of subjects today. I'm going to try not to be long. I'm trying to make this a weekly event that I'm doing with this show. And I want to talk about, first of all, people have been asking me why did I drop out of the co-chair race, the race for office at TW at GCS. And it's simple. I am an organizer guy. I worked on the Obama campaign. I've worked on the Bernie Sanders campaign and other local politicians' campaign. I've worked on those. And I'm a organizer. I'm not the best organizer in the world, nowhere near it, but I know how to organize. And I think it was important that I put all my focus on organizing versus trying to run for a position. And I want every candidate out there who's running that race realize how important being a chair, co-chair, and recording secretary is. Now, I know you guys are not in this for the title, because the title ain't worth 2 cents. It's the responsibility that's worth more than $1 million. And hey, you're not going to get that kind of money doing these jobs. It's going to be same old, same old. You're still going to have to work at GCS and do your job there. Yet, at the same time, you got to fight for the rights of the workers. And you're the face that's going to represent us in the boardroom with the corporate office. Now, I got a nice looking face, and I could make people smile, but sometimes you got to go get down to business and get down to the nitty gritty. Because we believe at TWU that the workers shine, the company shines when the workers shine. Take care of the workers will take care of the client and the company. This thing will go around full circle. Let's look out for each other. Take care of us and we'll take care of you. You want stellar service, make sure we're stellar, taken care of as stellar people. Now, I love my company. I love what we do. You probably love the company, love what we do. But we just want to make sure that your rights are represented. You are being represented well. So running for that position, you have to really think about it. You really have to pray about it because it takes time. It takes effort. It do consume your time. You have to have a heart for the people. You got to be a fighter for the people. I mean, literally fight. You can't be a coward. You can't cow down. You can't be a punk. You got to really fight for these workers. I know a lot of people at TW at GCS that are fighters. You know, just fighters. Always in there to stand up for you. And I think that position should be, those positions should be, don't get me wrong, I'm a fighter. But no, I mean, there's other ways of serving. And mine will be organizing the base and making sure we build some kind of culture with GCS together where we can do events together, parties together, go out and have fun together, where we can become family. Where we become family. That's the job that I want to take on. You know, and keeping people connected through social media. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure I get on this mic and let you know the next piece of legislation, which there is a piece of legislation on the floor that end workers' rights. And it's a national U.S. right to work law that we have to fight to get struck down, because what it basically means is that you have a right to work for us, but you don't have no rights to complain about anything as long as you're working for us. Now, do our company do that? I'm not going to go into that. But New York State is a workers' rights state, and we want to keep it that way. Yet we have some people that work in the chamber, in the caucus with the Republicans, that's pretty much voting like a Republicans and trying to push back against employee rights and union rights and things like that. And you got to have to look, the person who's looking at this camera right now, you're going to have to take your part and take a stance with people like me and the people that are running for chair and co-chair and the people that, because most of us been out in the grind. We've been out there marching for $15 an hour. We've been out there in front of the house of certain politicians who's pushing back against, or who don't think union matters, who think you do not matter. And all they want to do is continue to get their lobbyist money and live like a fat cat. You can't live off my union activism. You have to develop your own. You can't sit back and sit in your cubicle and think, oh, they're going to do it for us. No, the union's going to do for us. No, you're the union. You got to do it for yourself. The union is a collective of people who's coming together as one for a just cause. And that cause is justice. You got to take your part. You got to take your rightful stand. You can't be in the bushes watching to see what's going to happen and then come out after the fight is over. My mom called that a coward. A coward watch somebody else fight their battles for them instead of helping them. Look, if I'm going to fight some dude for you, you're going to help me. I don't care if you are my girlfriend. You're going to help me. You're going to scratch that brother in the eye, son. You're going to sit there and let me whoop that dude by myself. No. You got to stand up for yourself because I'm not going to always be around. We got to stand up for ourselves, come together as a collective. There's a lot of things that are going on in the nation that's anti-union. And if you don't stand up for it, don't look at me. If you don't stand up, then that's a problem. And so that brings me to Lobby Day, which is coming up soon. We posted the information on Facebook. If you are off that day, you need to be at Lobby Day. If you're off. If you actually have some vacation time, you need to take some of that time right now and go to Lobby Day. It's in May, so there's no excuses why you are not going to be attending. We're going to let you know where the bus is going to be pulling off. The bus rides don't cost you a dime. You eat. You even get a little drinky drink. You go out there and have fun. You meet your fellow union members, TWU union members from all over the state. From map store to from the buses, from the trains, you name it. You're going to meet them there. They're your brothers, your comrade. And we are one. And they got your back as long as you got your back. And when they don't see you at the events, when TWU at GCS is not standing strong and bold at every event with a bunch of people, then that make us look like we don't really want this. And like I said, there's a few of us that really wants this. We fight for this. We'll lay our life down for this. And you guys, some of you guys, and I don't know who you are, but you know who you are. You want to piggyback off the energy and the passion of somebody else's, which is foul. It's foul. You got to develop your own personal union activism. I coined that, now trademark it. I call it personal union activism. PUA. You cannot ride on anybody else's union activism no more. I'm not going to allow you to do that to me. I'm definitely going to. So you might as well get upset with me when you ask me what happened. Don't ask me what happened about anything concerning the union when you had available time to be there just like I was. A lot of you people, you actually think, well, what the union is doing for us. First of all, the union is not an office. The union are people. And the union can do as much as you're willing to do for yourself. It takes you. You are the union. And you got to take a stand for yourself. I mean, you're being tested every time. How can you get mad at a union for not fighting for you when you're not willing to fight for yourself? Case in point, the last meeting that we had. There's a ton of people that should have been at that meeting, but they didn't go because you had a little reward for staying dangled in your face. And hey, if you feel you need to get that money, fine. But me personally, I'm not going to throw away my rights and my activism in a meeting that can make us stronger and better with great ideas and what we need to do going forward. I'm not going to trade nothing for that. Once I'm off, I'm there at the meeting. I don't care if you tell me I'll give you $500. I'm there in that meeting. I know you said no, I'm going to be there. I'm not selling out for that. The union has been instrumental in making people's lives more easier, helping to fight for health care, low-cost health care, helping to bring down the cost of your insurance, your life insurance, helping to provide you with a certain aspect of legal protection, fighting for you. Stand by. John Samuelson have been standing side by side with Governor Cuomo in the different fights that benefits you. John Samuelson sits on the MTA board. Yes, our union president sits on the board of the MTA. He has strong influence. He got on that board for you and me, but we got to show him that we appreciate him being on that board by being by his side and supporting him. Talking about union activism, you have to develop your own union activism. You have to find your place in the union, whether you're a shop steward, whether you help out with flyers, advertisement, whether you do like I do, host the show. Maybe we can host the show together. I don't know. We can have PAC meetings. We can have a political action team that go and strike and go and meet political leaders and let them know what we expect them to do for us if we vote them into office. Things like that. Now, I covered the fact that you got to really pray about who become chair and co-chair and recording secretary. And you have to question them, all of them. What's in it for them? Why do they want this? Question the people who are running for office. Don't just give them your vote because they're your friend or nothing like that. Ask them what they're going to do. That's why I do the interviews with them, because I want to not only get me to understand what's their plan and how they're going to go forward with this thing, but I want you to understand that. That's why I interview them. But you have to do your own personal interview. It's not enough. See, I call it, they have a term called slut voting. And look, excuse my French, but slut voting is when you vote without conscience. You don't take time to really get to know the person who you're voting for. You don't know what they've done in the past, what kind of experience they have in that area, and things like that. You just give up the vote like it's nothing, Don't get no phone number. Don't get nothing. You just give it up. Don't just give up your vote. Talk to the people who run it. Investigate them. Get to know them. See what they've done for the union before, during, and after the contract. How they play a part. Where's their union activism? So make sure you do that. Now let's talk about voting. Let's get the voting thing out the way. Coming up soon. And there's more people that I'll be interviewing coming this week. I talked about you not feeding off somebody else's union activism. You got to develop your own activism and bring it together as a collective. I talked about Lobby Day, how if you got plenty of time to take that one day off. Take the one day off if you have it on the books. Those who are already off that day, your butt better be there. You got plenty of time to make arrangements. You better be there. You better be there. I love you guys. Got to be there. And I think that's about it. I have nothing else to say. I'm done, son. Make sure you stay tuned to the Facebook group. Like it. Join it. Save it. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel. Like it. Share it. Subscribe it. If you have any issues, if you don't have your membership card, make sure you get with Nancy Martinez. If you got any questions, ask any shop steward. Find out your shop stewards. I'm gonna post them on. I'm gonna take pictures and they're gonna post it on Facebook soon, so you can know who to go to and what floor they're on and things like that. And do not go in and do anything without your shop steward. Learn your union rights. There's some tutorials on the Facebook group. There's some tutorials on the YouTube channel. Learn your union rights. Go study those tutorials. And last but not least, always have a union rep with you when you feel you're about to be disciplined. No matter what it is. Ask for a union rep. I'm done. This is Robert Brown with UMatters. UMatters. And your union matters. If you have not paid your dues yet, get with Nancy or the interim chair, Judy Myers, to get that caught up. Your union dues are tax deductible. We're about to segue into the next phase of TWU at GCS. So, hey, it's a good day. It's a good day. All right. So when the union has some things that they're going to do, be all hands on deck. Take some time out of your busy schedule to go to Montague Street and go visit your union hall. Hang out, get to know the people there, you know. Sit back, relax, get a cup of coffee, and just chit-chat. That's your office. That's your building. It's not restricted from you. It is yours. You can go there during regular business hours. I'm Bob TV, Robert Brown, better known as Bob TV to the political people with my show. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Always remember that you matters to your union. Peace.